Hari Om, Namaskar to all of you. To my previous video, I find a comment from Vijaya Gunturu. He writes, Pranams Poojaya Guruji, pray your advice on certain part of your kind directions offered. Many a time, however, we attempt to sugarcoat the pill truth and attempt to deliver the truth personally. A situation one faces is possibly with delivery of the pill, which gets sometimes so much corrupt that the sugary pill so much that it doesn't taste sweet to the other side who receives it. Kindly enlighten us and make us have your grace as ever as at the possible ways and means that could help us deliver the pill such that its taste doesn't get corrupted to any other taste than as sweet as sugar. Pray your apologies in case I didn't put across my thoughts as I was listening to your message over this video, praying as ever for your continued blessings and kind grace and compassion with highest regards. Triple prostrations to your lotus feet. Dr. Vijaya is a doctorate in electrical engineering. He is not a normal doctorate. Technically a very sound person. No doubt he was in Warangal, he was somewhere in Kadapa, he was in many institutions in and around Hyderabad, he was in Dubai. Today I think he is somewhere in Warangal. Many times we imagine that we are talking the truth. That is the problem. How sure are you that what you speak is the truth? It may be so that it is your version of the truth. So the other person may not like it, even if it's sugarly coated. When that is the case, in such a situation, even if the deliverance is also bad, then it is a mess. First of all, many times we presume what we talk is true, which may not be the case. Further, when truth is delivered, no emotion should be attached to it. Even when you coat it with a sugary pill, most of the time when you attach some emotions to it, it no longer carries that sugar. It is something else. The other person may not like it. Even presuming that what you talk is the truth. That's a presumption. I have seen at least 99% of the people presume many things and think that is the truth. That is where the problem is. You have your side of the truth, I have my side of the truth, and the real truth is on the other side. How do we know what we are talking is the truth? That's the way we have judged something. That's the way we have looked at something. That's the way we have looked at a particular subject in a particular way. It need not be the truth. Your judgment need not be correct. Judgment can be wrong to anybody. It may be wrong to you, to me, or to any other person, be a saint or be a noble person. Because the facts and circumstances of the case may be totally different, or maybe something which we do not know. We may not be knowing the entirety of the case. We may not know the facts. We may not know the circumstances. So it may be a presumption with very minimal facts. Most of the time we talk. And even presuming that we are 100% correct, are we able to deliver the truth without adding any masala to it? Masala in the sense, even a little bit of emotion exhibited while conveying the truth will be treated more as a masala. Anywhere emotion comes, it is just added a little bit more in order that the other person will accept it. In fact, when somebody talks to me and with emotion they convey something, I really pity them. I say, yes, it should not have happened, or it should have happened, whatever I may be saying. But that doesn't mean that I have accepted what the person is saying. Because there is a lot of emotion attached to it. Once some emotion is attached to your deliverance, what is delivered certainly will not be the truth. There will be some excess. There will be some addition. So, can you deliver the truth from the facts and circumstances of the case, thoroughly knowing about it, and delivering it without adding any emotion to it? Can we do it? Even then, it may not be the truth, because we may not be knowing all the facts. We may be selectively be knowing some facts, and we may be talking on a very selectivity of facts. That need not be the truth. So the other person, if they are rejecting, either on account of selectivity, because they know certain facts which you do not know, or on account of emotion, we cannot blame them. So, when one develops communication skills, if the communication skill is being developed in order to talk certain things which are more truthful, to deliver truth, then one should also know how to gather all the facts and circumstances of the case. And then, while delivering it in such a way that a little bit of diplomacy is also added to it, but without any emotions. Most of the time, when we talk, we will be adding our own emotion to it. When you add emotion to it, then it gets distorted. It is not the way it should be. It is distorted. Truth is not to be distorted. Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, they said. Priyam bruyat means you should talk it sweetly. And it should not be spoken harshly. So how are we going to talk it sweetly and without speaking harshly? How are we going to deliver the truth as truth and not in a harsh way or in a harsh tone? So, Satyam Bruyat, Priyam Bruyat, Satyam Apriyam na Bruyat. Apriyam na Bruyat. Truth cannot be spoken bluntly. The real meaning of Apriyam na Bruyat, bluntly, not only just bluntly, also truth must be conveyed in such a way without any emotions. Once you add emotion, you are trying to convince the other person through your emotions. So that is not acceptable. It is not acceptable. You are using ways and means other than what is available as truth to convince the other person, for which you are using the emotion. Suppose while conveying something we start a little bit of crying, then it means that you want to convince the other person through those tears. You are trying to influence him. Such influence cannot be accepted. Then it means that what you are saying may not be true, but you are using other mediums to convince the other person. So many things are there. So diplomacy means diplomacy is not crying. Diplomacy is not crying. Diplomacy is putting forward the truth gently, speaking it without any emotions, speaking it without any harshness. Being harsh or insistence is also a type of emotion. So being harsh is not acceptable. You cannot convey it. And if truth is unpleasant also, it cannot be conveyed. Satyam apriyam na bruyat means it's also unpleasantness. If it is very unpleasant and it cannot be conveyed, see, sometimes in the court it will have a closed door because the subject matter may be very unpleasant. The judge doesn't want everybody to sit and hear. So it will be a closed door meeting where the judgment will be given in closed doors, where the judge will be there, the accused will be there, the prosecutor will be there, the defense lawyer will be there, everybody will be there, but not public and all. Nobody will be, because the matter may be very sensitive. A very sensitive matter, it will be closed door because it is too unpleasant. To hear an unpleasant truth it affects mentally. Okay. So to go through, when you argue the case, you may have to go through a lot of unpleasantness. So the judge doesn't want that unpleasantness to be passed to everybody. So let it be closed. Let it be just among the parties who have to really hear it, listen to it. The judge has to listen to it. The prosecutor has to argue on the case. The defense lawyer has to defend the accused. The accused has to be there. So naturally it will be closed door. So satyam apriyam na bruyat. Unpleasantness also. Harshness also. So First, one has to be totally aware at the time of deliverance of truth. Awareness becomes the key. If one is not aware, one is not conscious while talking, it is very likely that he is going to commit the mistake. Even while delivering the truth, there is going to be something extra he is going to deliver, on account of which the whole truth gets distorted. So in communication skill, what is very important is the awareness. How aware are we while delivering the truth? You cannot be unconscious while delivering the truth. Try to understand. Most of the time it may be so, you are unconscious. You are not conscious in deliverance of truth. If one is very conscious while delivering the truth, such mistakes will not happen. Cannot happen at all. Definitely cannot happen. Okay. In addition to that, all the other things also, all facts and circumstances of the case have to be known to you before delivering it. So a conscious person will definitely know whether all facts and circumstances of the case, whether he knows or not. So before delivering itself, he will make sure whether he has gathered all the facts and circumstances of the case. And then he will deliver, not by merely knowing one or two facts of the case and just delivering it. That is no truth at all. If you cannot deliver the truth with all facts and circumstances of the case, then it is not truth. It is already distorted. It can be interpreted in any way by anybody. So the other party definitely will not accept. He may be more a conscious person. He may be able to spot the mistake in your deliverance. This is how it goes. Truth is a very big subject, no doubt. We don't know. Satyam Bruyat, they say very simply, they have said Satyam Bruyat. To what extent one is conscious to deliver, to speak truth. Does a very conscious person will not speak anything at all. Those days the saints were all very, very silent because they thought they did not know the wholesome truth. So they didn't want to talk on the subject. Many times they were in Maunavratam. They were more contemplating. They were contemplating, or they were probably gathering facts on their own, internally, before they can deliver something. They were so conscious. So, being aware and being conscious before deliverance of truth is very important, along with all facts and circumstances of the case collected by oneself, and deliverance through diplomacy. If you have been delivering something and it has got, instead of sugar, it has become something else, it tastes something else, it means you are not conscious. A very conscious person will be able to diplomatically convey the truth. There is no doubt about it. And apriyam na bruyat, he will not convey it harshly. So there is some problem with your consciousness. There is some problem with your awareness. So one has to develop that awareness. One has to develop that consciousness. That is how it goes. It's a very vast subject. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Thank you, Vijaya, for having asked a very beautiful question. It's a very nice question. Many of you must be having this doubt, and through Vijaya, I could clarify. Thanks a lot. God bless you all. See you in Narasimhavadi. Thank you.